Hooty-hoo, all my stock market gamblers. Welcome today. It's Wednesday. Stock markets, well, they're kind of flat today. The Dow Jones has been up, it's been down, it's been up. It's kind of flatlining, crossing over and under, and same with the NASDAQ and the S&P. What I want to do today, I thought, is take a look at some charts. I love to look at charts. It's one of my favorite things to do. I say I'm a chartologist. I know that's not really the word, but that's what I call myself. Now, what I want to talk about first is the SPY. All right, so the SPY now, in full disclosures, I do have some options on this, some put options that expire on Friday. Now, these did not do well for me. These will probably expire worthless. But what happens here? Okay, so we've just been in this uptrend in the SPY. The stock market's just been going up and up and up. Now, we came down and we broke the support. This is the 50-day. We broke that support and we bounced up against it. Now, I thought that would be the time to pull back. Now, it did pull back when it bounced up against it the first time, but the second time, it just exploded through, and we're setting new record highs every day. Every day's a new record high. Stock market only goes up. Well, I still kind of like to trade. Now, will I roll out those options? Will I put them out for another week or two and see if that pullback comes into play? Maybe. I still like to trade. The reason I still like to trade, here is another chart. I look at the VIX, right? Now, the VIX is a volatility index. Now, the VIX has done nothing but come in, and it's trading down here at 15 and change. Okay, at 15 is very low. You can tell that it rarely gets below 15. Now, eventually, believe me, it's going to explode higher again. Explode higher here, exploded higher here, exploded higher here. And these will all correspond with the pullback in the market. Now, I think it's getting ready to explode higher again. Now, I thought it would do it this week, but apparently it's not going to do it. We still have a couple days left, but it looks like the markets just want to trend higher. And the reason they're trending higher, now it's not because of the economy. Economy's not doing that well, in my opinion, but it's because of the debt. We get record highs in the stock market, but we get record highs in the debt market. The debt market is pushing the stock market higher. The more the government borrows, the more they print money, the higher the stock market goes, which, is logical. It makes sense, but the whole economy thing is kind of imploding. It's become dependent upon this debt. It's become dependent upon the printing of money, and it's sending the market higher, and we're going to do a lot more of that. So, yes, I do not think the market's ready to crash yet, but we are so overdue for a correction. I'm just playing for a correction. Now, I want to talk about what I feel is going to be one of the best trades in 2022. One of the best trades in 2022 is going to be what's been left for dead right now. This is the cannabis stocks. Now, this is the marijuana stocks. This is a chart of MJ. MJ is a cannabis ETF, and you can tell for the last 4 or 5 months, we've done nothing but go straight down. But we're kind of building a base down here. Okay, we're building a base. Now, I think these have been left for dead. Now, the cannabis industry, now in 2020, it was about a $9 billion industry. Now, it's predicted to be by 2028 a $71 billion industry. This would be a 27% year over year increase in the usage of marijuana. Now, when you got things that are left for dead, but you got demand going up, I kind of like them. Now, this is not something that I'm putting options on. I would not put options on this trade. This trade, I will be buying the trade outright, and it's almost like I'm going to be stacking marijuana stocks. Now, let me give you the first one that I'm starting with. Now, I'm going to start with TLRY. All right, TLRY at $10.50, let's call it. I bought a little bit of TLRY. Okay, now I hope it goes down. I hope it gets under $10 because I want to add to it. But I do think that this will explode higher. Now, TLRY, back in January of this year, it was trading at $70. $70 came all the way back into $10. It went from $6 in January, and it just spiked up. It spiked up to $70. Why? Well, because because all the states that are legalizing marijuana. Now, I do think that the Biden administration will legalize marijuana because they want to tax it. They want the money from it. And so I do think that once that comes into play, we were going to get that big spike again. Now, when is that going to happen? I have no idea, but I think it's going to happen soon, probably in 2022 sometimes. And when that big spike comes, this investment will pay off. That is what I'm doing. This is my thesis. I think that these are left for dead. These have come back down to, well, they come back down to not quite where they were, but they come back down very low. TLRY was at $6, spiked up to $70, comes back down to $10. Well, can it get down to $6 again? Absolutely, and I'd be buying more. I'd be stacking on top of it, buying more. So I bought some TLRY. Okay, here's another one that I bought. I bought Aurora Cannabis. So now Aurora Cannabis, it's come way down, but it's had a little bit of activity. It's starting to make some move. It's broken above its 50-day moving average. Now, will the 50-day hold here? I think it probably will. It's at $7 right now. I like it at $7, but would I like it better at $6? Of course I would. That's why I'm not putting full positions on. I just buy a little bit of it. And if it pulls back, I'll get a little bit more. And I'm waiting for the move. The move is going to be higher because cannabis use is increasing at about a rate of 27% a year. It's going up. States are legalizing it. Soon I think it'll be legalized nationally, and I think that's going to send these stocks much, much higher, much, much higher. And they've kind of been left for dead. Now, if you really want to play some cheap stocks, take a look at Sundial here. Sundial is another one. It's come way down. It was at $1.50. Down to 67 cents. Okay, now this one has potential to double and triple. 67 cents is very inexpensive for a stock. Now, do I like playing a $67 stock? Not really, because usually there's a reason it's at 67 cents. Usually has much higher risk associated with it. But these stocks can pop. They can pop higher. Every now. I mean, look at one day it jumped up to 75 cents. That's a good move, 20% in one day. Okay, now when it goes, I think it's going to pass this $1.50 level, and I think it's going to hit $3, $4, $5 level. And from 67 cents to $5 level, I'm looking for what I'm looking for in these cannabis stocks. I'm looking to probably get like a 5-bagger. Yeah, 2 or 3-bagger. That means double and triple. That'd be good. But I think these can do 5 times. I think they can. I think they will. And that's what I'm doing right now. I'm starting to buy a position in these. I'm starting to accumulate them. I think they've been left for dead. They've been written off. Everybody thinks they're not going anywhere. Everybody thinks they're not doing anything. And for good reason. These companies are not real profitable. They don't make a lot of money yet, but one that I'm telling you, I like the growth pattern. Growth pattern straight up, 27% year over year. We're at about $9 billion right now. Estimations are for $71 billion by 2028. Okay, that's going to send these stocks higher. Now, I will hold these. This is not a short-term trade. This is not an option trade. This is what I'm just doing. This is what I'm doing. Do your own research, but I like this. Anyways, this is what I love to do. I love to look at stocks. I love to look at charts. Now, once again, here's the SPY, and it just keeps going up. It's just in this bull run, but is it sustainable? If we keep printing that money, yeah, it's sustainable, I suppose, but that money will collapse, and this will just keep going to the moon. But I think we're going to get a correction. I think we're going to get a pullback. I'll probably roll over my options for another week or so and see if we can get a pullback down to the 50-day moving average, which would be, it's a 15-point drop. Now, the 200-day moving average is down here at 415. We're up here at 456 right now. I think we're going to get a little pullback. I'm not talking about a crash, but we could have a 10% correction. A 10% correction would only send us down to the 200-day moving average. It would be very possible. It could happen. Sure, it could happen. Anything can happen. But I still like this trade to the short side. Now, I know I've been wrong in it, and we'll see if I continue to be wrong in it. I just don't think this move is sustainable. We'll see what happens. If you like this stuff, give me the thumbs up. I'm Tall Mike. Get out there. Have a great Wednesday, everybody. We'll talk again real soon. Bye-bye now.